The Messer, when used on the Knight class, is the best loadout in Chivalry 2, and in this video, we're going to break down why. What is going on, guys? It's Shawnee Salami. I've been spending a lot of time on Vanguard lately, and it is a great class. Chivalry 2 is balanced at the end of the day, but nothing matches the survivability of the Knight class. It really is just that simple. But when you break it down further with the Crusader class using the Messer, this is a true jack-of-all-trades type of weapon, because there is no objective on any map where you're going to be out of place. If you're in a meat grinder, say on a bridge, you're going to be fine. If you're in an open battlefield like this and you need to flank people, just get behind them, use some heavy overheads, and take the easy kills. The weapon feels great and fluid to use, it just feels natural, but when you break down the numbers and put them in a spreadsheet, it starts to get a little ridiculous. Now, a normal overhead does 70 damage. 70 damage is incredible, and it is just so amazing at getting behind block with the overheads. You're going to see me do it a lot in this video, and I'll point them out as I go. And if you want to just slash spam, you're not going to be out of place with that. 55 damage on a slash is not bad at all, especially when it has decent speed. And something I've been doing way more recently after playing with MF Tinyrick, one of the top players in the game, is using the stab. The stab is actually a lot more of a weapon than people think, because the damage is lacking. It's only 40. But the stab is very important, because when you're in a group fight and someone's in a 1vx against you and you can't get in between your teammates, don't use an overhead, don't use a slash, just stab. The range on it is great, and the animations are hard to read, and it's very easy to drag. Which brings me to another great thing about the weapon is just swing manipulation. I've talked about this in videos before, but the fact that the weapon has great excels and drags on both the overhead and the slash just makes it a overpowered weapon in my opinion. I do think it is a little on the overpowered side, but it's such a blast to use that I don't really care. So this Siege of Rudhelm game is one of the best games we've had on the channel in quite a while. It was very dominant. We're definitely going to experience some heartbreak in this one. Stay tuned for that. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some relaxing commentary and good gameplay, and let's get into it. You always want to know where your bandage crates are, because it's so important to have full health and then have one that you have ready to go in case you take a lot of damage. It only takes a few moments, and it can definitely save you in a pinch. Our good friend Smile Kitchen is going to be left on red. He's going to send me an invite, and I'm going to completely ignore him and not play with him. If you'd like to get in games with me or him, the Unyielding is the largest Chivalry 2 community. Check the pinned comment for an invite. So a pretty good 1vx here. A lot of people say my best ability is footwork, and it's something I struggle to really explain in videos. If you've ever noticed, when I get into a 1vx, I don't really have much tips, but if you're in one, you want to keep your enemies in front of you. You don't want anyone to get behind you is what it comes down to. But beyond that, a lot of it just comes down to reading and reacting, and it's very intuitive and thinking in the moment, thinking on your feet. Never get married to one target for too long, so I'm in a fight with this guy, and I know someone's fighting next to me, so I'm going to help him out. It's hit someone unsuspecting is the first and foremost most important thing, but now this guy, if he was a little bit more health, could have helped me out in this fight as well. So check the scoreboard out. The kills are 88 to 135. We are being almost double the kills while we're on attack. That should never happen. We're having a ton of trouble trying to get in there, and a lot of the objectives and fighting was falling on my shoulders at this point. I have no tips to offer here, but shout out Goblin Town for absolutely fucking dumpstering me in this fight. I didn't even hit him, and great job by him. We're gonna log in after this though, because that was not pretty. These bear traps can be pretty aggravating because I have no idea how I'm supposed to know that's there. When no enemies are around, I'm just walking around freely and I just step on a bear trap. That was aggravating, man. So in the previous objective, it took so long that I was wondering if people just weren't pushing the siege ramps. And now it's pretty obvious they are doing the objective, so we want to win this for them. These are the best kind of games when you can be the difference. If your team is maybe a little overmatched in the skill department, as a high-level player, you can be that difference. Well, we held the gatehouse well, so now it's on to the burn the tents phase. And from here on out, things are going to get a little difficult. Even if I'm mid-fight, it does not matter. I see an archer behind a shield wall, I'm kicking it over to send him flying. Makes me laugh every single time. This is one of those stages in Chivalry 2 that's completely automatic. The Rudhelm burn the tents phase is one of the easiest ones in the entire game, so the fact it took that long is a little concerning, and I'm already worried about getting the win for this team. Even though that's the goal, things aren't looking too good for the long run of this match. Regardless, we get that done, and now it's time to push the siege ramps to the square. So when you talk about loadouts in Chivalry 2, you're usually talking about the primary weapon. In terms of the Crusader class, when I'm taking a messer, I always take the Morning Star, because if I want to use a fire pot and I'm waiting for the chance to throw it, the Morning Star is great in duels. It's a phenomenal 1 versus 1 weapon, so I can hold my own even if it's lacking in the 1v group fighting department. And an underrated strategy that you can do if you haven't done this before is if you see one person off by themselves, taking out your secondary, a one-hander typically, is always a good option, because one-handers are very fast and they can break initiative and just not respect the rules of it. In a 1 versus 1 situation, it's never a bad idea. I am lazy and don't like to micromanage like that, especially playing on controller, so I'd rather just get into group fights and kill people with the giant sword. So I talked in the beginning of the video about how this weapon is fast enough but does enough damage where you can kind of get away with slash spamming. So here I'm trying to break their line, look for a counter and slash. It's not the smartest idea, it's not the most fun way or best way to play, but it clears out the objective for a little bit, and now we're moving forward again. So if someone is able to kick you, you want to duck under it and move forward, because if they hesitate at all, you'll be able to duck under the swing and make it out with your head intact. That's what I do here, and it's kind of like the last resort, because usually you're just going to get hit. But if they wait too long, you do have that as your last resort to try and avoid the hit. So now it's time to capture the Courtyard after pushing the siege ramps. This is what I'm very much worried about, because a lot of this comes down to TDM, essentially. Whoever gets the most kills captures the Courtyard. You do have people straggling off to the side, of course, but if you can get them more kills than the other team, more often than not, you're going to win the objective here. Typically, that's how the King of the Hill objectives work. And again, my team is having all kinds of trouble getting kills. We're being outkilled, as you can see here. So a lot of it does come down to me. That's the thing. It's why this game can be fun sometimes as a high-level player. Vile is also a member of the Discord, and he's going to duck under my swing to aura farm me here. Not sure if he's a viewer of the channel or just joined because of the recent duel yard that Shy put together. But I decided after looking at him blocking like that I think he's trying to just emote with me and not kill me. But people jump in, so I'm going to let him take care of that. If you're enjoying the video to this point, I would like to request a like. It helps smaller YouTubers out a ton. And if you've been supporting the channel for a while, channel memberships are going to be in the pinned comment this time. Shout out Llama, Cygnus X1, K Money, Sauce Codes, Smile Kitchen, and Big Bro for being my first channel members. Let's see if we can capture this courtyard and get this game done. So a few deaths at the end, going hard on the objective, all for naught. We are not able to get the win. If you'd like to see another video with even more kills, check out the one on the screen now. Love you guys. See you in the next one.